Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. American Liberty Construction will build the new shelter at Arden Park. The 1,500 square foot building will have overhangs on the north and south ends of the building and a gable roof. The orientation of the shelter will provide views facing the playground, the open lawn, skating area, and Minnehaha Creek. The interior design is similar to that at Pamela Park and includes 4 gender-neutral restrooms.
We're really excited that we've been able to replace the shelter building. I think the residents in the community will really enjoy having that space for whatever use that they want. And I think it's going to be a beautiful facility.
Construction of the shelter will begin later this year. The construction of the park's playground will be a separate contract, which is expected to go before the City Council this spring. An Edina Public Works crew recently worked for more than 27 hours to fix a broken water main on a day when temperatures dropped to 25 degrees below zero. Edina TV has the story on this very challenging task.
Edina utility operator Brandon Freeman has seen his share of water main breaks.
So I've worked for the city for about 4.5 years now. We've probably worked pretty close to, I'd say, about 100 breaks in that 4 years.
But when he got called to the corner of Macaulay Trail West and Gleason Road, he knew weather would change everything.
The minute we stepped outside, I think everybody knew that this one was going to be a little different.
With the temperatures hovering at negative 26 degrees and a wind chill of negative 50, Freeman supervisor Nate Katerlick knew the speed of his crew's work would be critical.
Basic protocol is to send my guys out there, diagnose the situation, call in leak detection, to locate the leak, make sure it is on our main, and then we go from there.
After the leak had been found, Katerlick and his crew were presented with 2 choices.
So we could have isolated the situation and fixed it at a later date. Unfortunately, it was going to isolate the Gleason Tower, which is located at the Creek Valley Elementary School. And we were scared with the colder temperatures coming, it would freeze up the tower because the tower would have been left static. Ice forming in water towers is not good. It creates a layer, and when we put the tower back in service, when the tower goes back down, the ice is sitting there floating, and if that ice breaks off, it can create a water hammer, which obviously could create more water main breaks.
Crew quickly dug a hole but found more water than they'd expected.
Basically, the hole ended up being a lot more sloppy than what we thought it was going to be, so the pump was having trouble keeping up with it. So we knew that we either had to do something now, or we were just basically going to lose the whole thing.
Wearing just a pair of hip boots, a sweatshirt, and no gloves, Freeman and his fellow crewmates took turns going into water that reached their chests.
The feeling of just being in that water, I mean, it just got to a certain point where the job had to get done, and if somebody had to get wet, we had to get wet. You know, you're not really normally down there very long, so it's not that bad. But in this case, every minute down there was terrible.
After 13 hours spent rotating in and out of the water, the crew finally fixed the break.
With the weather as bad as it was, then jumping into that, I think just at the moment it was what it was. I think immediately after, I think I regretted it more so, but we got out of there, got warm, and the job got done.
All the guys did a great job, knowing their role, doing their jobs, and completing the task at hand.
Something City Council member Mary Brindle noted at a recent meeting.
The part of the story that is hard to imagine is these guys are in the hole and they're up to their waist or deeper in cold water at 26 below zero. And that's life-threatening. That's hypothermia. That's really putting their lives on the line. So I want to recognize this team. And just a huge thank you out to the entire Public Works staff for what they're doing tonight, what they'll do through the week, and the other water mains they'll address.
All of us were more than willing to go down there and deal with whatever problems we were going to find.
And with that kind of can-do attitude, Edina residents can be sure any future breaks will be dealt with swiftly, but hopefully they'll be in warmer temperatures. In Edina, Dietrich Nissen, Edina TV.
Water main breaks commonly occur in Minnesota due to a combination of factors: the aging of pipes and the material they're made of, corrosion, and the continual cycle of freezing and thawing can all contribute to a break. The City of Edina's Utility Division responded to 37 water main breaks in 2018. The average number of breaks in a year is 30. Mayor Jim Hovland and Edina Public Schools Superintendent John Schultz will present the 2019 State of the Community Address on Wednesday, February 27th. City Manager Scott Neal will MC the program. The presentation is co-sponsored by the Rotary Club of Edina, Rotary Club of Edina Morningside, and Edina Chamber of Commerce. It will be presented as part of the Chamber of Commerce's monthly general membership meeting at the Edina Country Club. Cost of the luncheon, which is open to the public, is $35. People may attend the meeting as non-lunching guests. The program will later be broadcast right here on Edina TV. To register, contact the Chamber of Commerce at 952-806-9060 or edinachamber.com. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.